All right, man. So we live with it, man. All right. All right, man. So hey, we now locked in for another episode of the Genuine Effect. You know, it's your host Joe. Man, it's a beautiful day, man. I got the pleasure of tapping in with my dog, my brother, man, my partner, man, somebody I was getting in with the trenches with, you know, on the field, on and off the field. Somebody who I definitely, you know, respect and appreciate when it comes down to everything that he got going on. My dog Cam, man. I call him Bino, man. Cam, bro, what's good with you, man? How everything going?
Man, solid, man. Another day to be alive is another day to get after it, bro. I'm doing solid, man. I'm doing solid. Glad to be here on the Genuine Effect podcast. That's for sure.
Man, I appreciate that. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time to really tap in with me, bro. I know you be having a lot going on, be making moves and stuff. So I appreciate you locking in with me, bro.
Hey, man, we got to make time for our people. Got to make time
for sure. Always, bro. You know, so really, man, like, you know, before we get started, man, just wanted to tap in with you, man. I know you're, I'm saying, legit dude, man. You're a genuine dude, bro, when it comes down to everything. You know, so I definitely, that was part of my reason for really just reaching out to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And tapping in with you so we could lock in. Also, you know, man, had a platform to where we could talk about what you got going on with things, man. So before we get started, you want to kind of just, you know, talk about, you know, just what you got going in life in regards to, like, you know, where you from, like how you kind of got, you know, out here in the H with it, stuff like that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So I'm originally from Dallas, Texas. I was actually born in Houston, but I was raised in North Dallas, Texas, man. Richardson, Texas. Big on sports growing up, man. I was a baseball guy first. But, you know, football kind of took it over when it got to high school. Hype level was big. Texas high school football is crazy. Yeah, man, I started off my college career over at Louisiana Monroe, full ride out there. Then I ended up transferring to University of Houston, where I finished out my career, man. And that's what really brought me to Houston. Football is my life, man. It's been big in my life my whole life. My pops actually coached high school ball out there in Dallas. Just got a new athletic director's job up in Spring, man. So, you know, we come from a football family. You know, which led me to go coach at Prairie View, where I met my dog Josiah, man.
Yes, sir.
That's still the tangent we on right now. As far as brand stuff goes, Not the Two Performance is my brand. We are a little bit under construction right now. What is our basis? We train athletes. We train everybody. You know, if you call yourself an athlete, we can train you no matter what you do. That's from football to table tennis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One thing about being athletic is mechanics, you know, and that's what we work on in Not the Two Performance. We don't want to get you in and we don't want to get you max press, max bench press, max squat. We want to get some lightweight. We want to put some bands on you. We want to make sure that your mobility and your stability is correct. And that's universal with all athletes. You know, like I said, whatever, if you're playing table tennis or you're playing, you know, volleyball, whatever. And again, you know, we don't shy away from any athlete or anybody that wants to be a better athlete. And that's kind of the basis behind us. Like I said, you can follow us on Instagram. We are currently under a little maintenance. I want to make sure my brand is perfect before I put it on the street. And, you know, I've been grinding. I got a lot of videos that I need. I just want to get a team together and do it right, man. But that's kind of how we roll. It's the basis of what we do. That's what I've been on. And that's where I want to be. You know, like I said, I've learned a lot over the years, coaching, playing the game, and not just football. Again, you know, athletics, being able to coach in the strength and conditioning department. Shout out to Coach Leonard at Prairie View. Shout out to Coach Zach Cook for have a chance to do that. You know, that's where I learned. I had a knack for that side of coaching. You know, there's the technical, there's the you can coach your sport, and then there's also weight room stuff, which is universal to everybody. So, you know, that's what we're on, man. Any athletes I want to help young men and women, you know, attain their goals. A lot of us just need that push in our life. You know, not everybody has these resources accessible to them. You know, not everybody's coaches believe in them, you know, and all it takes is somebody to believe in you. And that's what we on, man. Not the two performance. You know, we don't want, if you can get second place, that just shows you how close you were to first. So we want first.
Definitely want first, bro. Like, I definitely understand what you mean, you know, when it comes down to that, bro. And just, man, I definitely been seeing you put in the work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely been seeing you, you know, just locking in. I know, like you said, that's how we tapped in at PV, bro. Ever since I met you, you know, I knew, hey, man, Cam gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Cam out here, he making moves, man. He doing it. Hey, cool dude. Want to see everybody having a good time, but I knew you was gonna work and all of that too. So to see how everything came back, you know, full circle, and to see you still, you know, doing what you got going on, bro. Like, you know, and I ain't just saying this because we, you know, on here today, bro. Like, you know, I'm proud of you, man. I definitely respect everything, and man, just your story, bro. Like, you know, it's just your story, and I know certain things that you done, you know, been through, and not saying that we have to just openly talk about that, but me and you know off the record, like different.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah, no. All good, man. We on the podcast, man. You know, that's what life's about. Is who you are when stuff's not going. And you know, again, as athletes, we all, you know, most of us hit that point in our career as athletes where, you know, we're on a drought, not playing as well, could have a couple bad games in a row. And, you know, when adversity hits you in the face, it's kind of what you do to solve that adversity that makes you the type of player you are. Every game's not going to be a good game. Every day is not going to be a good day. But, you know, how you handle yourself when that adversity hits you is how you know, that makes you the man or the woman that you become. You know, my story is, you know, I actually lost my mother to cancer my sophomore year in college. It was rough. Had bad grades after, you know, but, you know, again, at the end of the day, you got to look yourself in the mirror when that hits, and you either mold yourself or you know, it either becomes you or you make something out of it. And, you know, and choosing to let adversity become you is always saying what you could have done, or, you know, always saying, I could have done this better if I didn't have the mindset I had. And, you know, a lot of athletes can say that. You know, I know a lot of people that are sitting at home that could be making millions right now. You know, that's no knock on them, but, you know, adversity hits some others harder than, you know, it hits some harder than others.
No, for sure.
And again, you know, that's part of what I'm trying to do with this brand, man. Not only, you know, teach stability, mobility, functionality, but also, you know, also mentor. And again, you know, that's a lost part to a lot of guys in this coaching game, because they put in a lot of work to see these athletes succeed for personal benefit, you know, which is a job. I get it. You know, it's a job. It's what we do. And ultimately, your product is your business. But at the same time, you know, without this business, I'd still be the same person. I'd still foreign these people beyond this. You know, these are games that we play, and I think people need to understand that in its entirety. Again, you know, the whole shut up and dribble or shut up and play movement is real. You know, people who don't think you can be smart and dribble a basketball. It's like you can't be smart and you know, play football. But that's, you know, that's the generational disease that I want to break. And again, man, it all leads back to adversity, whether that's, you know, in sport, in life, whatever have you. You always want to make something out of adversity, not let it become you. So again, you know, that's our goal. That's one of our main drives, and not to performance, and also my main drive as a person. So I don't treat that as a job. I treat it as something that in my will that I need to do, that I'm supposed to do.
That you're supposed to do. Nah, I definitely respect that, bro. Like, I definitely understand what you mean. You know, it's a lot going on out here, man. It's, you know, it's a lot going on, especially with, you know, people our age, people that's younger than us, that's, you know, just think about all of the athletes, like you said, you know, that you're working with, that's, man, you know, middle school, high school, whatever the case. But look at those athletes that's about to transition to college, especially with the whole transition of now they can get paid for different stuff, with how they, you know, how they market and they brand themselves. Man, just having, you know, you can have somebody who coming from a rough background, who coming from a situation to where it's like, dang, man, like, you know, athletics may just be my only shot. Not saying that's everybody's only shot, but you may have some people that's, of course, gonna think like, hey, this my opportunity to make some shake. Let me do it. And so, you know, with having students like that, man, I feel like what you got going on is definitely something that's great. Something that's definitely marketable when it comes down to tapping in with a lot of students, man, tapping in with a lot of student athletes, and really just molding these young athletes to go about doing what it is they need to go about doing. Of course, people gonna make their choices and do what they do at the end of the day. But man, just having that guy, bro, like having that, you know what I'm saying, having somebody that's tapped in like you know, they're with them is pivotal.
and not to cut you off, Big Joe, but you know, something you just said is what I wanted to touch on too as well. You know, it's being an athlete is not just about working on your physical, man. It's also about working on your mental. You know, these guys, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, these guys also work on their mental. You know, the game is the game, and the game is the mental part, and the cerebral assassins that they train themselves and their bodies to be. You know, and again, that goes beyond the physical. I was working on my master's in the human science department at Prairie View. You know, one of the deficits is counseling, you know, mental health, and which was good for me as well. It was something that I didn't expect to like as much as I did. And it taught me a lot again about the mental side of things. You know, how are you, you know, off the court, off the field? And that's big, you know, and again, you know, I don't really, you know, it might be there, but there's not enough attention on mental health in athletics, period. I had advisors personally when I played football. I had advisors, but I didn't have necessarily a mental counselor. You know, I didn't have anybody that I could go to and speak freely on about how I was feeling, about my mental. You know, we're athletes, but we're all human. You know, sometimes a coach could say something to you that rubs you the wrong way, and maybe that coach didn't mean it literally, but you know, we never. And again, you know, especially the sport of football, is such a masculine sport. Grown men tend to, you know, not show emotion. Grown men tend to, you know, talk harsh, but you know, at the end of the day, that softer side of yourself or of you, we don't get to see because it's not necessarily proper. And again, you know, that's just, you know, so there's so many players, there's so many situations that could have been better had this been incorporated more. So, you know, that's just something that I want to bridge a gap in. You know, again, I wouldn't say that I'm done coaching college football, but if you know, I definitely want to bridge that gap and create an outlet for my athletes, football, volleyball, baseball, soccer, everybody to come and get mental health support as well. Again, your mental is just as important as your body. Without your mental, prove nothing. You know what I'm saying? The brain is the strongest muscle in the body. So.
Nah, man, that's some great gems right there. You know what I'm saying? Those some great valuable points. You know, man, especially as men, you know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, you and I, man, you know, black men, you know what I'm saying? Young black men in the world, man, that's dealing with all of this, bro. I definitely agree with you. I've always a part of, like, you know what I'm saying, of course, you know what I'm saying, working at PV in the department that I'm doing, I have some type of, you know, connection when it comes down to like counseling and working with students when it comes down to different stuff. So I get to see a part of it. I get to see a lot of it, to be honest with you. Some stuff I don't even be wanting to see, to be real. It's wild, bro. It's wild, man. Cause it's like, when you notice that, you know, when you see it, it's like, it makes you reflect and look back on, like, you know, even like us, you know what I'm saying, people, because I consider, you know, myself being somebody that like definitely, you know, give back and tap in with younger, the younger generation, man, younger people that's looking up to us, man, whether you former student athletes, whether you just regular students, whether, you know, whatever it is you got going on, you know, I'm just always about, man, like, you know, positivity, man. Like I want to see, you know, like I legit be happy when I see people living their dreams. I'm legit happy when I see people walking in what it is that they was truly called to go about doing, bro. Like, and I appreciate it to a point to where it's like, man, you know, I can be harsh too, because I feel like, man, if somebody is like not really pushing and going all the way out with their full potential, bro, I feel like that's an issue, you know, because it's like you don't know, you don't necessarily know everybody's situation unless they really open up and tell you what's going on. So you never know what type of motivation or what type of mental blocks that these students, you know what I'm saying, are having, especially student athletes coming after pre-pandemic, during the pandemic, and post-pandemic, bro. You feel me? So it's like everything that you were speaking on, bro, like looking at stuff like that, tapping in with it, bro, it's like, okay, hey, man, it's something that's really that's dope, that's needed more in regards to just having a conversation. So, you know, that's a great point, you know, that you bring up, bro. And not only that, it actually really works and transitions smoothly well with my next question, bro, because the next question that I have for you, you know, was like, you know, what motivates you to get up and grind the way that you do? You know, I noticed that you get up and you tapping in every day. I know, I put it to you like this. I know for a fact in the mornings, early in the morning, I know I'm gonna see my dog Bino getting that work in. I
Yeah.
know I'm gonna see it every day during the week. You feel me? So
Hey,
what motivates you?
one thing about me, I've never been a pre-workout guy. I've never been. I've taken energy packs before games, playing football, but it's not me. One thing about me is nothing greater than the goal of improving yourself every day by 1% is better motivation for me. Every day I wake up, I have a note that's been sitting in my portfolio since about 2017, man. And it's just simple quote: be a better man than you were yesterday. Yesterday is over. You can't get that back. If you aren't where you say you want to be, then you got to get better every day, and there's no way around it. So when you wake up in the morning, we all drag. I drag, man. I've hit the snooze. One thing about it is you gotta ask yourself if you are who you say you are, or the better question, are you who you say you are, and are you who you say you want to be? Because if not, you're not done. And again, even I mentioned guys like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. These guys have all reached a point where I'm pretty sure that they've crossed a lot of goals out. But why does a guy LeBron keep coming back? Why does he come back for year 18? There's a quest. When you reach a pinnacle in life, and you realize that's the kind of the basis behind my slogan with Not the Two Performance. You reach first place, and then it's like, what's above it? Now I've set a standard for myself here, but if there's still ceiling, if I'm not at the ceiling, then there's more to get. So, again, even when you reach a goal, set a new one, break that. Every day we get is another day to live until we die. Obviously we'll always have goals for ourselves. Even the rich still have goals. Even the rich have places they want to be that they haven't been. Bill Gates, he still has goals. This guy's money in the world, but he's still making ends meet. So I don't see Bill Gates on vacation right now. I don't.
Right. You working.
Even if he is, when he comes back, there's still things to do. When you attain the goals that you want, it's kind of like they say, man, more money, more problems. So with greater status comes greater adversity, which means that the adversity that you beat yesterday may have been good and good for your life, but hey, it's the higher you get, the more it will come, because God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers, and that's my religious belief. But divine, even if you don't believe in God, divinely, it's the toughest battles are given to the people who are the toughest. And I think a lot of people kind of see that, and some people cope out of that with saying, why would good things happen to good people? Well, are bad things happen to good people, excuse me. And my reasoning behind that is because one thing about it is maybe God knows you can take it, and maybe God wants to see what you can become out of a bad situation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Damian Lillard talk about, he wants everybody to see him when he does bad. He wants everybody to see his losses, because when it goes good, you'll always say that he stays solid. And that to me shows, Damian Lillard is ready for any adversity that comes his way. And that was nice. That was a powerful quote to me, because again, that's his adversity. A guy who we talk about as one of the best point guards in the game, can't make it past that Western Conference Finals. Why? It's a process. Everything's a process. Nothing a day besides a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it makes sense, man. I definitely feel you on that, bro.
Definitely.
And it's crazy that you mentioned, it's crazy that you mentioned Dame. I definitely understand, what you're saying, and it's crazy because me and Dame, I always thought it was cool, man. We our birthday is tomorrow. We both have the same birthday, yeah. So both our birthdays on the 15th of July.
Okay.
And so I always like, okay, Dame turned. I'm like, all right, yeah. We, you know what I'm saying? We like this, you know what's happening? But it was, but outside of that, bro, it's just like outside of his mentality and how he go about addressing stuff and how he tapping in with people, like looking at interviews, like you said, man, like Kobe, LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Like greats that really tap in with what it is that they got going on and how they go about like utilizing that to the maximum potential that they got stored within them.
Definitely.
Man, to be honest with you, bro, I've been locked in on a lot of different stuff, just as far as and as a man trying to lock in on what it is that I got going on, just physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, bro. And so to be honest with you, man, I had tapped in. Man, I listened to a guy named David Goggins, man. Shout out to him. Hopefully one day I'm able to, you know, tap in with him and talk with him too. And for people that, you know, may hear this or whatever, man, if you know, definitely, you know, look him up. His name David Goggins, man. And somebody, when I say, man, Cam, bro, it's like when I started on my journey of locking in, when I say dude kind of helped motivated me lock in on some stuff. And the thing is like he talk about his journey. And so it's like, and I'm not going to get into his story and his journey, but it's like the tools and some of the gems that I took from like listening to a lot of stuff that he said, bro, it's like it makes perfect sense. And when we apply a lot of stuff to our life and really break it down to a point to where our minds are able to process a lot of different things, bro, like we can't process everything that's going on in the world. We can't process like, okay, how everything going to turn out a week from now, a month from now, next year and all of this stuff. We can't process how we gonna get to this millions of dollars or whatever your what if, you know what I'm saying, or your why is. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We wouldn't be able to process all of that at once, you know what I'm saying? But we do have the ability, you know, to truly process what it is that we got going on now. You know, what we locked in and like you said, man, just be a better man than you were yesterday. We had the ability and we had that power to be locked in on what it is that we're trying to do and move forward as people, bro, as individuals, man. And I think that that's something that's that's something that's truly amazing when, you know, you get, even for women, you know what I'm saying? Like for everybody, like it ain't just about, you know what I'm saying? Like us men, you know, like even for the ladies that be tapped in and working and grinding and doing this and they need to do, bro. It's like, apply that to a lot of stuff, bro.
You know,
so that's always big, man. That's always big.
I just,
you said what?
Just one key word, man. It's you could simplify all this down to one key word. It's just sacrifice. Effort, time, leisure, sacrifice, man. It's if you want something, you gotta sacrifice something. You can't. There are people who get things handed to them, and even with that, if you're not sacrificing, you'll lose it just as quick as you got it.
For sure.
Again, just it's sacrifice, man. It's sacrificing that good old extra 30 minutes of sleep, sacrificing that good old weekend out with your homies, homegirls. It's just a small sacrifice. If you can sacrifice, then you can battle right through adversity. You know, sacrifice is the sword to fight adversity. You know, the shield is the work. You know, the shield is the work. Sure. Sword is the sacrifice. Vice versa. Excuse me.
Man, I'm gonna be locked in, bro. I'm with you on that. I agree 110%. No kidding, man.
Yes.
Before I get into, like, you know what I'm saying, my last questions, bro, I do want to take a quick intermission, but we still locked in. So and what I had, this will be my first time doing it, bro. So you had the lucky pleasure of being the first person that I tap in and do this with.
All right.
So it's pretty much just like a quick. It's three words that I'm gonna go about just kind of putting out to you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And what I want you to do is just whatever the first thing that you think of when I mention these three words, just, you know, whether it's one word, whether it's a couple words, whether it's something pertaining to you.
Yes, sir.
Just tell me, you know, briefly. I'm gonna do it 3 times, but just tell me briefly your first thoughts of what you got going on when I mention these particular words.
Cool. Yes, sir.
So. And there's no rush at all. I just want to tap in. So, my first word that I'll say, what would be the things that you think about or your thoughts when I say purpose?
Purpose, man. Purpose. Why? You know, why you are, why you do, what what drives you. That's what comes to mind when you speak on purpose. Purpose is what drives you. What literally motivates you. That is a purpose. You know, I could say, you know, I'm motivated by my mom. I'm motivated by the ice cream I can eat at the end of the night. But what your purpose is, the literal definition, the in between on that.
I'm with you. Okay. I appreciate that. I'm with you on that. I'm gonna say, all right. So the second one, I guess it's technically two words, which we're gonna put them together today. My second one will be, bro, self-discipline.
Self-discipline. When I hear self-discipline, I think of, again, that sword that fights adversity, which is sacrifice. You know, to be self-disciplined is to sacrifice. Man, I really want to eat this, but I know I can't. I'm on a diet. You have to sacrifice that, and which will in turn influence your self-discipline positively. You know, again, another example is that gym. You know where I get it in, man. And again, self-discipline is not going to the gym and killing it one day and then skipping the next couple of days because you're tired or you're hurt. You know, that self-discipline is saying, hey, I got to go get a foam roller and roll this out and get back up and go again. You know what I'm saying? And we all hurt. We all are sore. Again, there's nothing good that comes in this lifetime without a little bit of self-discipline, if not the ultimate amount. You know, again, to be good at something, you need a little bit. To be great and not perfect, but to be great at something, you need a lot. So again, you know, self-discipline, man, I'm going to sacrifice on that.
I'm with you on that. That's dope. Sure. I'm rocking with the responses that I'm getting from you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Man, my last one, bro. My last one, I'll say, man, ambition.
And you know, that ambition is tied to that first word, man, which is that purpose. That ambition is try, and I'll go with drive. I'll go with the word drive on ambition. You know, your drive, and again, purpose, drive, ambition. These things all link together to show you what your why. And again, you know, your drive is how you get there. How are you driving the car? You know, okay, all right. Now I've got a little bit of self-discipline. Now I want to do this. My purpose is this. I can set this goal, but how is your drive? When we're talking about the drive, we're talking about the working phase. Can you know, I've got 10 reps and I'm on 7 shaking, but I've got 10. That means you have to rack the weight, catch your breath, and then get those last 3. Then that's what the drive means. If your drive leaves you at 7 and you go to the next workout, then you left some food on, you left things on the table. And you know, and that's the difference between your drive being halfway full and you know, cup full. You know, cup full of drive is no matter what. Like I said, life isn't about going balls to the walls and not being able to take any breaks. You know, take a break when you can. But the thing about taking a break is, you know, where the drive falls off is people take breaks and then don't get back to the drive. You know, oh man, I'm on an 18-hour drive, man. Look, should I push that last 3 hours because I know I'm in the stride, or should I get this hotel and just, hey, could have saved you some hotel money. You could have pushed that out. You made it 16, you can make it 18. You know, 18, you made it to 8 reps, and then you can make it to 10. If that means you got to stop for a little bit and go, that's what you got to do. But again, you know, that last one, drive. I'm definitely.
I'm with you on that, bro. I'm with you on that, man. You know, I definitely that was dope, man. To say that was, you know what I'm saying, the first time, you know, kind of tapping in doing that, bro. That was that was dope. And I feel like those were definitely great you know, examples that you gave, you know, and shared. And I definitely feel like, you know, when it comes down to that, man, a lot of people, you know, can hear that and take that and apply it to themselves, you know what I'm saying? Apply it to like however it is that they will look at that, you know, and that's why I do it, to kind of just, you know, get people to tap in more, you know, with who they are. Not saying that they don't know, but just, you know, tapping in and just getting, you know, different perspectives, bro.
Definitely. And one thing I'll say before you move on to the end, man, is, you know, that the biggest fall off with drive is people honestly being unrealistic with themselves. And it simply, you saying you want to do something, but knowing within yourself that you don't have the drive to do that, then you know, we get to speaking things, you know, into non-existence. You know, that's what I call speaking things into non-existence, because, you know, everybody knows themselves. If you know that your drive isn't going to match your goals, then maybe you should set goals that are a little bit more attainable until you feel like you've built yourself up into that. And again, it's simple, man. It's and I'm talking about self-confidence, you know, even in women, you know, with looks. Ah, I gotta wear makeup, I gotta wear lashes, I gotta do this and that to impress this dude. Whole time, you know, that might not even be what it takes. You know,
Right.
you
Yeah.
could be you
Exactly.
could you could be going on a different route that's unfulfilling, you know, towards a goal of yours. And that's just an example. You know, I could give a bunch of examples, but you know, just simply like I said, you know, we to set to understand yourself is to understand like, oh, I want to score 60 points in the game. Well, man, you haven't even scored 10 yet. How about you get to 20? Then you
Right.
get to, then
Right.
you feel me? Like it's just being realistic within yourself as well. But
Heck yeah, and I'm with you, bro. I'm with you on that. Being like definitely being realistic with yourself, man. Don't you're having to start somewhere. You know, you
yeah,
can't
oh yeah,
jump out
oh yeah,
and say that. It's so it's so fun, and I'm gonna be funny real quick, cause
yeah,
my partners, man, John Tate and Zell and them boys. I'm pretty sure you remember them. They
yeah.
we was all on Call of Duty the other day, and then one of our partners, Dezio, shout out to them boys, man. One of our partners, he was playing Duty, and so 1 or 2 games, and if you know Duty like how we know Duty, 1 or 2 games or whatever, it's like he didn't have any like kills or anything like that, and so he
Mm-hmm.
was just like, man. So the next guy he got in and he was just like, man, I'm about to have like 14 kills. Like I'm about to have like 20 kills. And we was like, man, you need to at least start with at least 2 or 3.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can't come with these
Gotta
expectations.
start with 2, baby.
Do all of this, and you ain't even get 1 or 2 yet. Let's work on the 1
Yeah,
or 2. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna get on to the big part. So I definitely man, when you mentioned that, man, it made me think about that funny thing in particular, man. But in the sense of real life, kind of pulling away from the video game example,
mm-hmm.
which is hilarious to me. They now, bro, it's just making sure that you have those realistic, goals for yourself rather than just kind of, okay, hey, I want to be the best at this, or hey, this is what I want to got. This is what I want to do. This is what I got going on, and just putting it out there because it sounds good or because it's like it's cool to have these visions. But man, if you ain't really putting in the work or putting in the effort to obtain that, like, come on, man, like, you know what I'm saying? We just out here just hoping on hopes and dreams, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not applying that work, bro, if you ain't putting
Hey,
in that pressure
hey.
with everything,
Right.
you
Hey
know,
man,
man.
one thing I know about stairs, one thing I know about taking the steps or a ladder you have your probability of falling and slipping is easier if you skipping steps. If you start at the bottom of some stairs and you take off running, you're skipping 1 step each. You know, we all have that. Oh, what if I miss one? Versus if you take that step by step, there's a 90 to 99% chance you ain't gonna fall.
You
And
ain't
and
gonna
that
follow.
that route is better secured than taking the easy way, skipping steps. You know, you can skip steps and make it. I'm
Yeah.
not saying you can't. But again, you know, it's that risk. It's the risk and reward. The risk is greater, the fall is greater. So again, like I said, man, just being realistic with yourself with the goals you set, because those goals you set have to be attainable. And if they aren't attainable, you'll be living your life in limbo. You know, I could have done, I could have been, I could have done this. Man, you could have. Man, you still can. If you have life, you still can. So
Bro.
it goes back to what we just preached on, the discipline, the purpose, the drive. How big are those things, and is what you're doing realistic to reach that?
Real
So
life. Nah, I'm with that, bro. Nah, I'm definitely with you, man. They man, bro, it's yeah, man. We gotta, we could really start tapping in, bro, and just really start setting up even more series, bro, and just
yeah,
saying,
man, I'm
sharing
with it.
more of this stuff.
No,
Because
I'm
we
with it.
need that, man. We need these conversations. We need more people to have. Not saying that it's not being had, but we just need more people to just really be tapped in rather than thinking about, like, okay, just all of the, okay, hey, I'm gonna just get here, I'm gonna just make it, I'm gonna just blow up, it's gonna be easy, I'm gonna make it to all of my times, I'm gonna do this, like
Even when you make it, man, it's there. Then when you make it, there's more to do. There's more to plan. There's more goals to set.
to do.
Like I said, Michael Jordan. As a kid, I want to make the NBA. Boom, made the NBA. Now what? Okay, now I want to get Rookie of the Year. Boom, Rookie of the Year. Now what? I want to win MVP. I want to win a Finals. Boom, you win one championship. I mean, shit, is that it? Again, you know, Michael Jordan tasted that championship and got his first Finals MVP. It wasn't, oh, I've completed my goals, I'm done. It's, wow, now that was actually attainable. So what else could I do with this? What else could I do with the drive that I've built up? And that's go on and win 5 more, you know? And that's, again, like, it's all about being able to match your drive with the goals that, and as long as they're attainable, we all know what's attainable, you know? And again, some of us give ourselves a false perception of reality. You know, we live in a social media age. You know, we could sit on our phones all day and look at videos of people doing things that we wish we could do. But at the end of the day, those people respectively put work in to do that. You know, I remember just a funny little story. I remember watching this guy on Instagram do some free running stuff. And, you know, he was jumping off buildings and flipping. He's like, man, you know, I had a friend of mine, man, I feel like I could do that too. I said, nah, brother, look, man, get up there without the training, you're gonna die. That ain't, you know, it looks good. The shit's crazy. I'd never in my life do it myself. But one thing I know about those guys is they gotta train. They have to work. There's no way you don't. You know, when your life is on the line with some of the stunts they pull. So, again, you know, that's kind of the downside. There is a lot of upside with this social media era. The marketing is great for what we're doing right now. You know, it is great for your business, for the business of you, any of that. But you know, again, one of those downfalls with this social media era, is that false perception of reality. You know, everything is not as easy as it seems. Right. And in that respect, everything is not as hard as it seems either. You know, some things, oh, I could never do this. Oh, maybe you could with the right work. You know, especially in the fight game. I've been into fighting a lot. I love kickboxing. I love Muay Thai. I love boxing. I love watching arts. And you know, one thing about these guys is that people got to realize is, you know, there's even the Ultimate Fighter. There's 33-year-olds on the Ultimate Fighter getting their first chance at professional fighting right now. Mm-hmm. You know, you like, you know, we see some young guys in sports and you know, Tatum and Brown. I'm a Celtics fan. Tatum and Brown. You know, these guys are in their early 20s. And, you know, you pass down as fans, we pass down such harsh judgment on these players. But at the end of the day, hey, man, those guys they're kids. You know, Tatum was a kid when he came in the NBA.
Right, yeah, for sure.
And again, you know, that's just to say the age, you know, we think, oh, I'm too old to do this shit. Man, maybe that just means you just got to work a little bit harder than a guy that's 19. But, and again, you know, that's that perception of reality that we can connect to with more purpose and drive. So again, all this stuff correlates, all this stuff plugs into the same outlet. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure, man. It's when I say it, man, it's been such a smooth transition. You know what I'm saying, with everything that we've been talking about, bro. And that's how, you know what I'm saying, I love things turn out, bro. That's how, you know, I truly appreciate things happening, man. And I feel like, you know, the last question that I have for you, man, I feel like it, you know, everything that we shared, it literally brings it up to like this last one that I have for you, man. And my question would be, you know, what advice would you give, you know, younger people coming up that's looking up to us? You know, what advice would you give the younger generation that's looking up to us, bro?
Man, the best advice I could give young man, young woman is not to watch others, to work to be an absolute you. Yeah. If you pattern your game, you pattern your life around something, that's okay. But at the end of the day, you have to put your own twist on what you do, because there's already a Michael Jordan. There's already a Beyonce. There's already a Alex Rodriguez. There's already an Aaron Rodgers. Like, again, the pattern yourself after greatness is the right game plan. But at the end of the day, work more on what makes you absolute. All of these guys had to develop a signature move. You know, a signature move is not like if you're shooting a sky hook in basketball, you're a big man shooting a sky hook, that's cool, but that's not a signature move. That's Kareem, you know? Right. You work on your own twist to your sky hook. How do you shoot it? You know? And again, that's not to say that these type of things are trademarked. No. But again, I'm talking about life anything.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, work to become an absolute version of yourself. And again, we live in a social media era where you can see what your favorite person is doing every day. You can get on Instagram and see what your idol's doing and how they spend their free time every day. And again, that's cool, but use it for what it's supposed to be used for, and that is motivation. These people do these things, and a lot of these athletes work, put out this information to motivate, not to configure. And because to configure means that you're trying to make something the way that you want it to be. And again, the only person that should be configuring your life is you. We all have you hold the controller to your own game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's you. Configure yourself. Make sure you are right within yourself. Don't ever. And another important thing is, you shouldn't ever do something. Whether it's actions or anything. You should never do something in envy or to be greater than someone else. Because again, the greats will always be the greats. If you work to be your best self every single day, every minute of every single day, then you can attain that same status. Because we are all, I believe that God created us to all be, we are children of God. That means have power. Everyone, whether you have a disability, whether you don't have one leg, we are all created to be, in essence, many gods. The offspring of God himself, the offspring of your own divine creator, whoever that might be. You know what I'm saying? We all hold power, and that power is tapped inside of you. You know what I'm saying? So be yourself, man. You don't have to be somebody for social media, because at the end of the day, you come home and you're the same person that you were yesterday. You will be until you die. So
I'll tell you, hey, until it's a wrap, bro. Until it's a wrap. Nah, man, you definitely talking, man, and speaking on things, man, that's definitely valuable, bro, that people need to hear, man. And so again, man, I truly do appreciate you taking time to, what I'm saying, to just lock in with me, bro. I know we've been talking about it, and I know this, man, it's definitely not the last time we're going to be tapped in, bro. We got, man, much more, you know what I'm saying? I know you got stuff, bro, like whatever it is that, you know what I'm saying? You already know what's happening with me, even off the record, bro. Whatever it is that I could do to help support, whatever it is that I got going on, bro. Just tap in with me, man. Let me know what's good. Man, I know you always been locked in ever since I got started with stuff too, bro. So I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Just everything, bro. Man, I say, definitely, man, like, when people play this back, and like I said last week, I had the opportunity to just speak with like maybe, man, to like 20, and I actually really connect you and tap you in with these people that are
Please.
You know what I'm saying, out there in New York. No bullshit. Please. But man, it was just like, man, high schoolers, man, like they were just trying to have a better understanding about HBCUs and stuff, man, because they just not really exposed to that. And then the lady, Miss Greer, I forgot her first name, but I know it's Miss Greer. And so I apologize, Miss Greer. You see this, I apologize. I appreciate it. But man, just had the opportunity to speak with them and kind of, tap in, let them know a little bit about PV. And then, I told them about the podcast, bro. I told them about, just having different stuff. And so the reason I'm bringing that up, man, is after I did my session with them, bro, and we did it, on Zoom, and was tap in. I was talking with, like I said, random student athlete high schoolers with their parents that's just trying to go off to college. So imagine, we were all there at one point. So imagine all of those thoughts and things that you're trying to figure out and stuff like that, bro. And when I was done, I actually had a parent, man, follow the, the Genuine Effect page on the ground, bro. And she had DM'd me, and she was just like, nah, I definitely appreciate the insight, man. You shared a lot of great things. I'm gonna definitely send your interviews, because I told them about the HBCU series that I got, on the show.
Correct.
So she, she was like, nah, I'm gonna definitely, send that to him, just to have a better understanding. And I'm not saying that, I have all of the valuable information.
Right. Hey,
I'm learning just like us all, man. But for me, that was that was really dope. For me, that was really dope, and I appreciated that, bro. So it's like, And I could get you that information too, because I'm pretty
I
sure.
would love, man. That's what I do, man. Like I said, I love to help anybody that wants it. And if you don't want it, hey man, you're in the wrong place. Because even I need help still. So again, you know, and again, I don't have all the answers, like you said. This is the Genuine Effect podcast, man. All I can do with you is be genuine. All I can do is tell you. Again, you know, I've been PWI, I've been HBCU. Both places are places that can lead to your own success. And again, you know, I feel like HBCU really bad rep, man, and I don't know why. There are some beautiful people, beautiful teachings. There's beautiful things you can learn at HBCU, same as a PWI. You know, I've been to both, and I had a great man. I honestly don't think, Joe, I could have greater experiences at both. So, you know, I'm not really the guy to talk to about bad experiences at HBCUs and PWIs, because I had great ones at both, and I would tell you that. Genuine. So, again, you know, if there's something I could do, if you want to throw me those calls, man, I'm more than glad to hop in and spread some knowledge, man. That's what we do. That's what it is anyway.
And we got it, and there it is, man. You know we locked in, bro. I mean, hey, man, man, again, bro, I want to show, man, my love and my respect that I have for you, bro, man. Before we get up out of here, man, for all of the people that's listening and that's watching, you know, let the people know one more time, man, how people can get in touch with you, man. Like, you know, the social medias, anything you got going, let the people know.
Yes, sir, man. You can follow me on Instagram at Coach COACH8IN0. That's Coach Bino. And like I said, my performance page, Not the Two Performance. That's NOTTHE, the number 2, and then performance. And again, I'm blessed to be here. What I need everybody to do is go like and subscribe to the Genuine Effect podcast. My dog Josiah, man, blessings. Thank you for having me.
Nah, I appreciate it, bro, man. Hey, I thank you for being a part of it, man. And so, man, with that being said, man, that's a wrap, man. We good. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, for tuning in, and just locking in with us for another